Greetings dear viewer, today we are playing Shen support in a Grandmaster lobby. The Amumu is looking for a flash, I'll E. Beautiful, a kill has been found. So we are playing together with an Ezreal in the bot lane. Now Shen support is here. Due to popular demand, I've been receiving a lot of messages asking for Shen support gameplay. And while I'm not the best Shen support, I do believe that I can show you a little bit something new on the support role nevertheless. The Victor and Nami are hard-poking mage combination, but it's more of a scaling combo. So me and Ezreal should have priority in this lane, as we see. We get the wave pushed in, and I have 500 gold. So we don't want to recall yet, since we have good HP advantage. The Victor is running TP, so he can kind of cheat backs a little bit more than we can. We're just gonna be chilling here, looking for a possible Q into E. I could look for Nami here, actually. I'm gonna go E on Nami, Q. We got exhaust out of Nami and flash out of Nami. I'm gonna heal there just for the movement speed, so that Ezreal can catch up to the Nami and get the kill. Ezreal is chasing by. I'm just gonna be focusing them. No, we wait. I wasn't sure if Ezreal will come back to lane at what point, so I was just waiting there. Generally, you want to prioritize getting auto attacks on the enemy champions or the enemy tower whenever you have your support item stacks, because nowadays, last hitting a minion with your World Atlas passive, the blue orb that is hovering me, will give you only 15 gold. And there's a couple of things you can do on support role to kind of hack your way into more gold. So I have 2 health potions here. I'm gonna sell one of the health potions. We're gonna buy symbiotic souls on our first recall. Now, why is symbiotic souls good? We are going to be playing a very roam heavy tempo Shen support, okay? So we see that we get the feats of warfare in the top lane. But right now, as we recall, it's much better to just run directly into mid lane. This is pretty standard support roam, okay? But while we are off the recall, and we are faster to lane than Ezreal, so it's better to go for a gank in the mid lane. I'm gonna put a ward down, and then we are gonna hover here on the Yone. Yone has used his W. We're just gonna start with a Q, okay? We don't need to use our E yet. I get 66 gold from that exchange, and it's, 19 gold more than I would have gotten if I were to last hit 3 minions with the World Atlas stacks. So it's really important to hit the opponents while you have the World Atlas stacks and not waste them on minions. Unless you really have to, if you're on max stacks and there is no potential to hit an enemy, then it's better to last the minion. I'm gonna look for a taunt here, actually miss it. I get 22 gold though. I'm gonna use my W there to apply my Guardian onto Ezreal, but I think I would have applied the Guardian by being in proximity of the Ezreal anyways. If you take a look at my room page, I'm running Guardian, Shield Bash, Second Wind, and Unflinching. Because in this lane matchup, I'm gonna go for an E-flash here on the Victor. I don't think he has summoners. He does have flash, but Ezreal flashes too well out of the stun. So notice there an aggressive flash by Ezreal in order to secure the kill. It was possible that I just secured the kill without him, but he plays purely based off his instincts. And he thinks, okay, if I don't flash now, I will get stunned, and therefore I at least cannot hit Victor anymore after his flash. So he's just like, okay, I'm gonna flash forward. I think that's completely respectable. I'm gonna take the fast recall here, remember 4-second recall, purchase a Ruby Crystal, and off the base, what do? We buy a control ward, and we're gonna run directly into mid lane. Because Ezreal is still recalling, Ezreal is gonna take a while, I don't need to be in bot lane, right? We go directly into mid lane, and possibly contest the Void Grabilus epic monster camp here. My Guardian is coming back up soon, and remember that Guardian also triggers your shield bash. So after using your passive shield, you can, possibly get another shield bash with your Guardian. I'm here gonna look for the Yone. I have my E, I find it, and boom, it's a beautiful kill. I'm now 2 kills and 2 assists. I have a lot of gold in my inventory, 500, and for a support, I'm in a very good position financially right now. We're gonna look for the Void Crabs. Morricasa goes for the ult on Singed. I'm gonna track the red orb so that I can taunt Singed directly out. Okay, fine. I found the auto attack first, so I'm spamming A plus left click in order to hit the opponent the moment he appears out of the Mordekaiser ultimate, and then I'm just gonna finish that kill up with an E. And here, notice Ezreal is completely fine in the bot lane, since Ezreal got a little bit of a, advantage based on our early aggression. Now he is able to gather solo experience in the bot lane while I help my jungler clear these void grubs. And now, you might be thinking, xPetu, what on earth are you buying here? Are we buying Wing Moonblade? Are we buying Null Magic Mantle, Ruby Crystal? What is going on here? Aren't we supposed to go Locket? You know, aren't we a support? And the thing is, we look at the enemy team composition. They have Victor, Nami, Amumu, Singed. What is the most broken item you can buy into that team composition? And that's right, the answer is Force of Nature. Force of Nature, as a first item, is incredibly powerful if your opponents apply Force of Nature stacks well. And for example, Amumu's Q will apply 2 stacks because it is a CC. Victor will apply E to 2 triggers, Q, first spell and the auto. Nami's E bubble, the E damage amplification will also apply. So my Force of Nature will be stacked instantly whenever I go into a fight. Also Singe Poison will be stacking it. We are now going to play a little bit more carefully, but I'm looking for an E on the enemy carries. Victor, I don't know if he has access to ultimate. I'm pretty sure he does, because he didn't use it before when Ezreal died, I'm pretty sure. I could look for heal here in order to speed and gap close towards the Victor. I'm gonna heal here, and then we're just gonna cover the path of the Victor. So there, even though I missed the taunt, what I do is I put myself in front of the enemy's escape position, and since Y is ganking, we completely win that. If the opponents were stronger, it is much more important to hit the taunt. But since me and Ezreal are stronger in an extended fight, then missing the taunt is not as important, it's more about creating the space for Ezreal to start hitting. So if Victor dodges towards my Ezreal, he's gonna die. Ooh, I'm gonna QW here to block the Nami auto attack. And this also... we actually managed to get Nami flash based on that. Nice try by Ezreal to try to get the kill. I'm going to clear the ward here. I have full HP. I wanted to actually give the gold to Ezreal, but he didn't want to take it. I'm gonna stay in lane because I'm full HP. And I'm going to gather up some gold here while Ezreal is gone. And we also hit level 6, so we could look for something in the mid lane. But Zac is already in his passive. I'm gonna look on the Y here, I'm gonna last hit the cannon minion, get that gold in the bag. And when they engage on Y, I'm gonna ult and I'm gonna trigger the Guardian Shield. I'm gonna press W instantly. And unfortunately I don't get the Yone, there's Nami here as well. I'm strong enough to 1v2 these guys, but I need to play it smart. Nami misses the bubble. I'm not strong enough to 1v3 though, because I would get Singed flipped into a Nami bubble possibly. But now, I'm just gonna do something that maybe most support players or players in general don't agree with, is I'm gonna tax the entire mid wave. Because look at this, 1600 gold. And 1600 gold is the amount required to purchase Force of Nature. And at this point we are extremely strong, guys. Now we can force any play we want. We almost have our stacked symbiotic souls that turn into synchronized souls. Right? That's how it goes. Yeah, symbiotic souls into synchronized souls. Ultimate is still 130. I have gathered every single ultimate hunter stack on the map. So my ultimate cooldown is vastly reduced. Vi is looking for something in the bot lane. We are just gonna help clear the wave with Ezreal. I'm gonna use my stack here on the minions, at least one of them. But yeah, I'll just push this. I'll just push this now. It's important to get the wave in. So Ezreal actually managed to pick up a kill on the Victor. Now in hindsight, it would have been better to save the stacks so that I would have gotten more gold by hitting the tower here. You get the same amount of gold for hitting a tower as you do. I'm just gonna E out. But I got one instance of the World Atlas gold, or rather the Runic Compass gold at this point. I'm gonna hover here on the Ezreal. Remember, we have Guardian to protect him. I'm gonna ping here on my way on the wave. So the idea is to still push the wave in so Ezreal gets a better recall. Nami will probably attempt to freeze the wave at this point. Let's see if she does. She is doing it. She is doing it. I might need to go here actually. I could look for an E flash on the Nami. I don't know if I need to. If I flash E, she's dead. I just didn't react fast enough to the bubble. I was so focused on hitting the E flash that I didn't think about the enemy's, items. Or rather, the enemy's abilities. I'm gonna use W here to block the potential of a Victor Q auto attack. And the moment Victor notices my W, he uses the Q empowered auto attack on a minion instead. I'm just gonna buy a Ruby Crystal here. I have my ultimate ready. I'm gonna buy another control ward. Something's going on. I'm gonna look on Ezreal if he needs me. Okay. Victor goes forward, so I'm just gonna ult on the Ezreal, save my carry. And here I can potentially look for a 1v2 actually. I have my Force of Nature, so I'm quite strong. But it needs to be well prepared, so I need to get an empowered Q before I engage in order to get the 6Q combo. Yeah, I missed stuff. But look my tankiness, by the way. I have Force of Nature, I have right now like 160 MR or something like this. I'm gonna heal the Vi so that she is more guaranteed to hit the Q. And I still have my E. I'm looking for it, it's fine, this is fine. I'm gonna last hit the cannon minion here. I don't wanna waste any gold. Plop. And pop. Just gonna get those freebies. There is a limit as to how much you can last it while on support without obtaining a gold like penalty. But the moment you complete your support item, these restrictions fall off. So now I can farm freely. And this will actually transition us into our next item. I'm in no danger here because of my Force of Nature. I tried to pull the Amumu a little bit there, but I don't know if it would have been even good to pull him over the Drake. I think I'm actually more fine like this. I'm gonna clear the ward. I kinda very heavily need to recall here, so I'm just gonna... Should I stay? No, I'll recall. I'm gonna buy another Ruby Crystal and get a control ward. If I was not playing support, I would have gone for the Giant's Belt there, because it gives me more HP than 2 Ruby Crystals. But because I wanted to purchase another control ward, I'm just gonna buy the double Ruby Crystal. This gives also me a little bit more flexibility in the build path, although not really because I can't buy time. I'm gonna move towards the Singed. I think Zac is just dead. But notice again here, obviously I would be in danger otherwise, but because I have Force of Nature, the resistances and the movement speed will help me keep me safe. Yes. I'm just gonna transition into the role of a laner right here. Singed flips me. I try to taunt through the Singed into safety. Obviously the E missed, but the idea there is that if Singed steps back, then he gets taunted. I'm gonna continue playing in the mid lane. These guys are not a danger to me. Nami and Singed is not a dangerous combo at this moment in time. I'm just gonna E out. And the thing that they're doing is they're wasting a lot of time matching a support in the mid lane. I'm just gonna last it all of this. I'm gonna look here to cancel their bases. I have 3 wards available. I get hit by Amumu. This might have been a mistake. Oh no. The problem there was that Singed grounds me as I get hit by the Amumu ultimate, so I was unable to E. If I'm able to E flash, then I can escape that situation. I don't know still if it's a good idea. The money is a little bit awkward here. I'm probably gonna buy the Giant's Belt. Just upgrade that. Unless we could also... No, let's go Titanic. Let's go full greedy support mode. I'm pinging here on Ezreal so that Ezreal can engage. I'm gonna ult here. It was probably not required. That's my bad. The reason why I ulted is because I wasn't sure if Ezreal has E. If Ezreal doesn't have E, then there is potential for him to die during the Victor W stun. But I should have just paid more attention, so I would have known that he still has E. The powerful thing about Shen is that you can make plays without using your ultimate. Because the pressure of your ultimate, or rather the confidence boost of your ultimate, makes your teammates able to go for plays that they would not be able to do otherwise. So if Ezreal is scared there of a potential, counter gank, or Victor somehow being stronger than he expected, then he cannot go for the all-in. But because he has the pressure of a Shen ultimate around him, even if I didn't ult him, he would have won the 1v1. And he probably doesn't have the ability to take that 1v1 if I don't have the ultimate kind of like backing him up, It's like an insurance policy, so he can take more risks. Singed goes for the flash flip on the Mordekaiser here. My solo laners are having a little bit of a struggle this game. The Mordekaiser is 0 and 5 with a Spirit Visage first item. That's a very interesting purchase. I think he is maximizing the use of his W, shield and healing. And Mordekaiser's W actually has double multiplicative scaling on heal and shield power, and as well as the increasement of shields or heals, because the second heal that he produces is based on the shield amount that he gets from the bar conversion. I'm just gonna taunt here, double taunt found, pick up the kill on Nami, another shutdown. I still have heal. I'm not gonna use it because Vi would die anyways. I'm gonna use it now in order to help the... Ooh, I got a lot of money here. I'm 6, 1, and 5. I'm gonna take the minion away from Zac because it is important that I get my Titanic Hydra. This will turn me into a very... how do I say it? Dangerous side laner, even if I'm playing from the support role. Notice I have 49 farm at 17 minutes, which is quite a lot for a support at this moment in time. But we are not playing as a typical support, we are rather playing as a carry support. I'm just gonna recall, well, carry, tank, whatever you wanna call it. It's Shen, regardless. Finish up the Titanic Hydra, we can buy another control ward, do some supportive stuff. We are not, how do you say it, overlooking our responsibility of creating vision on the map, even though we are playing a greedy setup. So we're gonna be moving towards the dragon here. I'm very happy with my current position. The 1075 that you see on the Guardian icon there is not actually the real amount that Guardian has mitigated this game. Because Guardian is actually bugged in a way where if you trigger the Guardian with your ultimate, then your ultimate shield is counted as part of the Guardian shield. So now, I mean, the rune looks very good, but I don't think it has actually shielded that much. But they might have fixed this bug, I'm not sure. You would have to go and rewind the replay to see when I ult someone how much does the Guardian mitigation indicator increase. We can still check it this game. We're going for a play on the Rift Herald. I actually get hit by both parts of the Victor either, which is pretty bad. I'm gonna hit... let's look at what's going on bot lane. I could still stay here actually. I'm gonna hit this, get some HP back. We should be able to pick up the Herald. I'm just gonna start hitting the Scuttle Crab here since it's the next target that we want to get anyways. Ezreal or Vi can pick that up, whoever wants it more. Yep, Ezreal takes it, and we get Rift Herald, and I'm just gonna sweep the vision here. I still have one ward that I could put, and then I could take a recall. Oh, we see Nami here. That's fine. That's completely fine. Notice I immediately have 7 stacks of Force of Nature. I got hit by 2 abilities, and I have 7 stacks of Force of Nature, because of the way the opposing champions interact with the item. We're just gonna take a nice recall here. Let's just get a Ruby Crystal, and yes, you guessed it right, more control wards. I don't know how many control wards a support should usually purchase per game. All I know is that very high elo Korean supports, they are spamming control wards 1 and 2 every single back that they do. So I'm here just looking to help with the play on the bot side, but then I'm also looking at mid lane in case Ezreal needs my help. And yes, I could take some farm in the bot lane, I don't mind. Zac, I believe he is kind of a low resource champion, if we're talking. I don't know if that ultimate is good, honestly. That's a bit rough. I could look for an E here on Amumu. I'm just gonna auto-tap. You notice my flash there, by the way. The reason why I flash, it looks very weird that I flash backwards, is that if Amumu tries to retaliate with an ultimate straight out of the CC, then he would look like a fool because I just flashed out of the ultimate. Also, this way, I get a good chunk on the Amumu just before we can go for Atakan, and that way he has to recall. Oh, I found him here actually. I don't know if this was trolled by me. Is it too hard? No, I'm dead. But we should get Atakan for this, and I'm pretty sure Amumu dies as well. So I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's bad. I do give a shutdown to Victor. Ezreal goes forward, hits the Q. No, doesn't hit the Q. Shin's gonna go for the flipperoo. Ezreal is still alive. Nice E onto the honey fruit. And then another E away. What are those cooldowns on Ezreal, man? Mordekaiser is melting them. The Spirit Visage Rylai's Crystal Scepter Mordekaiser. Ezreal gets another EQ. Okay. My carry is doing work. Let's go, man. Atakan now finally on the table for us. 1.4k is the Guardian amount. I don't know if it's bugged anymore. Maybe it's not. Maybe they fixed the bug actually. Maybe it has actually shielded 1.4k this game. Although not all of that shield has obviously been used, like for example in that last... but I don't know. I don't know if it worked. Guardian is a little bit bugged. It's a weird rune. I personally don't like Aftershock. There is only a single instance in League of Legends where I take Aftershock or Shen. Ooh, there is a Yone ultimate. I have heal here, so I'm gonna heal and Guardian shield the Mordekaiser. and Ezreal should be able to pick up the Yone. El Matador is on a killing spree. I'm gonna start the Raptors here with my Titanic Hydra. I'm gonna soften them up, make them a real tender for the Ezreal here, so that he can pick all this up. Notice I don't E in order to steal the camp, rather put the gold on Ezreal. My job this game is to make sure me and Ezreal are as strong as possible. This might come at the cost of our solo laners, but I don't care. And at the cost of our jungler, but I don't really care. I have gotten good evidence that our AD carry is a good player. I'm gonna look for an E here on the Singed. Boom. And then auto Titanic. Boom. And then kite backwards so he can't flip me. He needs to go on the other side. I'm gonna ultimate here on the buy. Pick up the kill on Singed. Again. These ultimates have been a little bit not good, if you know what I'm saying. It's like I've seen some situations, but then the opponents have disengaged quite heavily the moment I go for this place. I'm tanking tower here. I'm gonna Q in order to get a passive shield, and then the Guardian proc completely stops the tower. Yone is dead. We're gonna charge in for another hit on the tower. This is gonna summon some of those voidlings, so we might be able to actually pick up the inhibitor tower together here with Zac. Nice. I don't know if we should go for the inhib. I'm gonna try to go for it. Remember, we have our blood song, so we have a Shen application all the time, which is quite good. And we can pick up another here in the mid lane, and maybe we will go for the... Okay, that's the game. Well, that's Shen support for you. 74 farm, I'd say pretty good KDA. And let's see the gold amounts actually. Ezreal and Mordekaiser deserve honor. 21 LP, almost 600 LP right now. Yeah, I had more gold than our solo laners.